Mark Cavendish was born on May 21, 1985, in Douglas, Isle of Man, a British Crown dependency in the Irish Sea. Growing up in a family with a strong sporting background, Cavendish was exposed to physical activity from a young age. He began playing various sports, including soccer, cricket, and rugby, but it wasn't until his teenage years that he found his true calling in cycling. Cavendish's natural sprinting ability soon became apparent, and Cavendish's cycling journey began in earnest when he joined a local cycling club, the Isle of Man Cycling Club, where he quickly demonstrated his raw talent. His rapid improvement was attributed to his powerful sprinting technique and his instinct for positioning in races. By the time he was in his late teens, Cavendish had earned a reputation as a young sprinter to watch, and his rise through the ranks of junior cycling was swift. At the age of 17, Cavendish joined the British Cycling Development Programme, which provided him with the support and resources necessary to compete at the highest level. It wasn't long before he made his presence known on the international stage, as he took part in several junior world championships and gained recognition for his ability to challenge much older and more experienced riders. Cavendish's transition to the professional ranks began in 2005 when he signed with the British team Sparkus, before joining the T-Mobile team later known as HTC Columbia in 2007. This marked the beginning of his professional career, where he quickly began making an impact on the world of professional cycling, especially in the realm of sprints. In 2007, Cavendish made his mark in the Tour de France, earning his first Tour stage win in NCMs. At the time, he was only 22 years old, and his victory was a signal that he had arrived as one of the best sprinters in the world. That year, Cavendish also won stages in other prestigious races such as the Giro d'Italia and Vuelta a España, further establishing himself as one of the fastest men in professional cycling. In 2008, Cavendish continued his rise to prominence. He won an incredible 4 stages of the Tour de France, making him the first Briton to win 4 stages in a single edition of the race. His performances made headlines and solidified his reputation as one of the most exciting sprinters in cycling. This success in the Tour was a precursor to an even greater peak in his career. As he began to rack up stage victories in Grand Tour, Cavendish developed a powerful partnership with his lead-out riders, especially with teammates like Mark Renshaw. This combination allowed Cavendish to showcase his speed and positioning skills to perfection, as he regularly outpaced the peloton to secure stage wins. Cavendish's ability to navigate the tightest of finish and his fierce competitive spirit made him a feared figure in every sprint. The peak of Mark Cavendish's career came during the period from 2008 to 2016, a time when he firmly established himself as one of the greatest sprinters in the history of cycling. His victory in the 2011 Tour de France, where he won a total of 5 stages, was a career-defining moment. That year, Cavendish became the first British cyclist to wear the green jersey awarded to the best sprinter in the Tour's history. Throughout this period, Cavendish dominated the world of stage racing, particularly in the Tour de France and Giro d'Italia, where his sprinting power was unmatched. His precise timing and finishing abilities made him a formidable opponent, as he accumulated numerous stage wins and sprint titles in Grand Tour. One of Cavendish's most remarkable achievements was his record-breaking run of stage wins in the Tour de France. In 2016, Cavendish became the first rider in history to win 34 stages of the prestigious race, surpassing the previous record held by the legendary Eddy Merckx. This incredible achievement further cemented Cavendish's legacy as one of the greatest sprinters of all time. Beyond the Tour de France, Cavendish continued to rack up stage wins and podium finish in races around the world. His victories in the Giro d'Italia 2013, 2015 and Vuelta a España 2010 solidified his status as a world-class sprinter. Cavendish's success was also marked by his ability to perform under pressure, often winning stages in challenging conditions or in high-stakes situations. One of his career highlights came in 2011, when he claimed victory in the World Road Race Championships in Copenhagen, Denmark. This was a historic achievement for Cavendish, as it made him the world champion in road racing, the highest honor in the sport. Cavendish's victory was celebrated not only for the incredible sprint he delivered to secure the win but also for the way in which he dominated the race, showing that he was more than just a sprinter. Mark Cavendish's career is studded with numerous prestigious victories and accolades. His relentless determination and incredible sprinting ability earned him recognition as one of the greatest sprinters in the history of cycling. Some of his most notable achievements include Cavendish's record of 34 stage wins in the Tour de France as of 2021 is a testament to his unrivaled sprinting abilities. He surpassed the legendary Eddy Merckx's record in 2016, won World Road Race Championship 2011. Cavendish's victory in the World Road Race Championships was a crowning achievement in his career, marking him as the world champion in road racing. For stage wins in the Tour de France 2008, his performance in the 2008 Tour de France, where he won for stages, set the stage for his career as a premier sprinter. Green Jersey winner 2011. Cavendish won the Green Jersey as the best sprinter in the 2011 Tour de France, an accolade that highlighted his consistency and dominance in sprints. Multiple Giro d'Italia stage wins. Cavendish also triumphed in stages at the Giro d'Italia, further solidifying his prowess as a top-tier sprinter. By the end of the 2010s, Mark Cavendish's career began to experience a series of challenges, including injuries and the rise of younger sprinters on the professional cycling circuit. However, Cavendish remained a significant figure in the sport, continuing to compete at the highest level. Despite facing setbacks, Cavendish made an incredible comeback in the 2021 Tour de France, where he won his 34th stage, tying the record held by Eddy Merckx. His victory in Fougas, France, marked his first stage win in the Tour in more than 3 years, signaling that he still had the ability to perform at the very top level of cycling. The win was a poignant moment in Cavendish's career, as he was able to reclaim his place among the elite sprinters in the world. However, by the late 2020s, Cavendish had announced that he would retire from professional cycling. After nearly 2 decades at the pinnacle of his sport, Cavendish decided to step away from the competitive world of cycling, leaving behind a legacy of success, determination, and triumph. His retirement was met with a great deal of respect and admiration from the cycling world, as fans and fellow riders recognized the indelible mark he had left on the sport. Jason Kenny, born on March 23, 1988, in Bolton, Greater Manchester, England, is one of the most successful and celebrated track cyclists in the history of British cycling. His journey into the sport of cycling began at an early age, with his introduction to the sport being both a family affair and the result of his innate athleticism. Raised in a working-class family, Jason developed an interest in sports from a young age, participating in a variety of activities, including soccer and swimming. However, it was track cycling that would eventually capture his heart and provide the platform for his meteoric rise in the sport. Kenny's passion for cycling began to blossom when he joined a local cycling club, the Bolton Clarion Cycling Club. At the age of 12, His early involvement in cycling was further bolstered by his natural speed and competitive drive. As he honed his skills, Jason quickly. It was during his teenage years that Jason began to seriously commit to competitive cycling, training rigorously and participating in local races. His talent was evident, and he soon caught the attention of British Cycling, the governing body for track cycling in the United Kingdom. At the age of 16, Jason began to train more intensively under the guidance of professional coaches, including Shane Sutton, who would later play a crucial role in his development as an elite sprinter. Jason Kenny's breakthrough into the elite ranks of international track cycling came at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, where, at the age of 20, he made a stunning impact. The 2008 Olympics marked a turning point in Kenny's career, as he won his first Olympic gold medal in the Keirin event, a thrilling and highly competitive race. This victory not only announced his arrival on the world stage, but also established him as one of the top sprinters in the world. In addition to his Keirin gold, Kenny also claimed silver in the team sprint event alongside his fellow British riders, including his future teammate Chris Hoy. His performances at the 2008 Olympics caught the attention of the global cycling community, and he became one of the rising stars of British cycling. His speed, composure under pressure, and tactical intelligence were already evident, and Kenny's achievements in Beijing set the stage for. Kenny's career peak came in the subsequent years, particularly with the 2012 London Olympics, where he enjoyed even greater success. At London 2012, he cemented his status as one of the finest sprinters in the history of the sport by winning 3 gold medals in the Keirin, sprint, and team sprint events. This remarkable achievement made Jason Kenny one of the most successful British Olympians of the time and solidified his reputation. Kenny faced stiff competition from the world's top sprinters but maintained his composure and tactical acumen to take the gold. In the sprint event, he bested his fellow British teammate Chris Hoy in an iconic final, marking a moment of rivalry and camaraderie that would define their relationship. The trio of gold medals at the London Olympics further elevated Kenny's status and laid the foundation for a truly exceptional career. 2008 Beijing Olympics, gold medal in the Keirin and silver in the team sprint. 2012 London Olympics, 3 gold medals in Keirin, sprint, and team sprint. 2016 Rio Olympics, 2 gold medals in the Keirin and sprint events, making him one of the most decorated British Olympians in history. UCI Track Cycling World Championships, multiple world champion titles in the Keirin, sprint, and team sprint events, establishing him as a dominant force on the world stage. Commonwealth Games, medals in both individual and team events, further solidifying his position as a premier track sprinter. After London, Kenny's career continued to reach new heights. In the 2016 Rio Olympics, Jason once again demonstrated his exceptional talent, taking home 2 more gold medals in the Keirin and sprint events. These victories made him the most successful British male Olympian in history, as he surpassed the legendary Chris Hoy in terms of Olympic golds. His victory in the Keirin event in Rio was particularly impressive, as it marked a stunning. Beyond the Olympics, Jason Kenny's performances at the UCI Track Cycling World Championships were equally outstanding. Over the course of his career, he won multiple world championship titles in the Keirin, sprint, and team sprint events, with his victories becoming a regular fixture in international cycling. His dominance at the World Championships was a testament to his ability to perform on the biggest stages of the sport, and his consistency over the years set him apart from many of his rivals. Additionally, Kenny earned success in the Commonwealth Games, where he claimed both individual and team medals, further highlighting his versatility and well-rounded skill set. He became a household name in the United Kingdom and was celebrated not only for his athletic prowess, but also for his unwavering professionalism and mental fortitude. After the 2016 Rio Olympics, Jason Kenny took a brief hiatus from competitive cycling to focus on family life. In 2016, he married his fellow Olympic gold medalist, Laura Trott, and they began to build a family together. This break allowed him to recharge both mentally and physically, and he returned to competition in the following years with renewed energy. In 2020, Jason Kenny made his return to the competitive circuit at the Tokyo Olympics, where he once again demonstrated his excellence. Though he did not win as many medals as in previous Olympics, his participation in the Tokyo Games marked his fifth Olympic appearance, a feat few athletes achieve in such a highly competitive sport. Kenny's performances, although not yielding another gold medal, still showcased his remarkable longevity in the sport. As Jason approached his 30s, his focus began to shift, and he made the decision to retire from professional track cycling following the Tokyo Olympics. By the time he retired, Kenny had amassed an impressive tally of 6 Olympic gold medals and 6 silver medals, along with numerous world championship titles and records. His legacy as one of the most successful and decorated track cyclists of all time was secure, and he was celebrated for his. Following his retirement from competitive cycling, Jason Kenny has remained active within the cycling community, participating in various media projects, coaching, and cycling advocacy. He has served as a mentor for young riders, passing on his knowledge and expertise to the next generation of British cyclists. Jason's work outside of competition is indicative of his commitment to the development of the sport and his desire to leave a. Kenny's retirement has not diminished his prominence in the world of cycling. He remains one of the sport's most respected figures, known for his tactician's mind, his technical prowess, and his role in shaping the golden age of British track cycling alongside his teammates. His influence extends beyond his cycling achievements, as he helped popularize the sport in the UK and inspired countless young cyclists to follow in his footsteps. In recognition of his exceptional career, Jason Kenny has received numerous honors, including knighthood in 2022 for his outstanding contributions to British sport. His induction into the British Cycling Hall of Fame further underscores his impact on the sport and the country. Jason Kenny's story is one of perseverance, excellence, and resilience. From his humble beginnings in Bolton to becoming one of the most decorated cyclists in Olympic history, Kenny's career has been defined by his ability to rise to the occasion and his commitment to pushing the limits of his abilities. His legacy as one of the greatest sprinters in the history of cycling will inspire athletes for generations to come, and his name will forever be synonymous with success in British cycling.
Jolanda Neff was born on January 12, 1993, in Bergdorf, Switzerland, a picturesque town nestled in the Swiss countryside. Growing up, she was always active and enjoyed various sports, but it wasn't until her teenage years that she discovered her passion for cycling. Coming from a family with an active lifestyle, Neff's interest in sports was nurtured from an early age. While she initially participated in sports like skiing, running, and swimming, it was, at the age of 15, Neff took her first ride on a mountain bike, a decision that would shape her future and mark the beginning of a legendary career. Her entry into the sport came with encouragement from her family and friends, who recognized her potential as a natural athlete. Neff's rapid improvement in the sport was evident, and she began to stand out in local competitions. Her early success was rooted in her dedication to training, and her initial steps in the sport were not without challenges, but Neff's tenacity and determination helped her overcome early obstacles. As she progressed, she found her competitive edge in cross-country racing, a discipline that requires a combination of endurance, technical skills, and strategic thinking. By the age of 17, Neff was competing at a high level, and her future in the sport began to look increasingly promising. Jolanda Neff's breakthrough into international competition came when she joined the Swiss national mountain biking team. Her first major international success came in 2012 when she won the Under-23 Women's Cross-Country World Cup title. This victory established her as one of the rising stars in the sport and was the beginning of what would become a remarkable career. The win also earned her recognition as one of the top young talents in
mountain biking, and she quickly earned a reputation for her relentless work ethic, strong technical skills, and ability to maintain consistent performances in competitive races. Neff's career truly flourished in the following years. In 2014, she claimed her first World Cup victory in the elite women's category, making a statement that she was no longer just a promising young talent but a force to be reckoned with. This victory marked the beginning of her ascent to the top of the sport, as she continued to dominate in various international competitions. The 2016 season was a career-defining year for Neff. She won the prestigious UCI Mountain Bike World Cup overall title in the women's cross-country category, solidifying her place among the best in the world. This victory was particularly significant as it was the culmination of several years of hard work and consistent performances. Neff's dominance in the World Cup was evident as she clinched 3 World Cup wins in that season, further establishing her reputation as one of the most consistent and skilled riders in the sport. In 2017, Jolanda Neff reached another milestone in her career by winning the UCI World Championship in cross-country racing, a prestigious title that capped off a string of successful years. This victory solidified her position as one of the elite athletes in mountain biking, and it earned her recognition not only in Switzerland but globally. Her performance at the World Championships was a testament to her extraordinary athleticism, endurance, and mental toughness. Neff's achievements were not limited to individual events. She also excelled in team competitions, helping to secure podium finish in team relay events at the World Championships and European Championships. Neff's versatility on different courses.
Throughout her career, Jolanda Neff accumulated numerous accolades, which highlighted her dominance in cross-country mountain biking. Some of her key achievements include 2012 Under-23 Women's Cross-Country World Cup champion, marking her emergence as a rising star in mountain biking. 2014 First World Cup victory in the elite women's category, showcasing her transition into the top echelons of the sport. 2016 UCI Mountain Bike World Cup overall title in women's cross-country, followed by 3 World Cup wins that season. 2017 UCI World Champion in women's cross-country, further solidifying her status as one of the best in the world. 2018 Gold medal in the European Mountain Bike Championships cross-country. Multiple podium finish at the UCI World Cup events, solidifying her status as a consistent top performer on the international circuit.
Swiss national champion in cross-country on multiple occasions, demonstrating her dominance in her home country. In addition to her individual titles, Neff's aggressive and fearless approach to racing made her a fan favorite and one of the most exciting cyclists to watch on the course. Her ability to push herself to the limit, especially during the grueling climbs and technical descents that characterize cross-country races, set her apart from her competitors.
Her success on the international stage earned her a spot on the Swiss Olympic team for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, where she competed in the mountain biking events. Although she did not secure a medal in Tokyo, her participation in the Olympics further solidified her place as one of the top athletes in the sport. After several years of competing at the highest level, Jolanda Neff's career entered a new phase in the mid-2020s. While her performance on the track remained impressive, she also began to prioritize other aspects of her life, including personal and professional growth outside of cycling. Neff took time off from competition, and in 2021, she focused on her role as an ambassador for mountain biking and as a coach, guiding the next generation of young cyclists. Despite stepping back from the most intense competitive racing, Neff's passion for the sport never waned. She continued to participate in select events, including smaller international races, where she demonstrated her enduring talent and fitness. Her participation in these events was a testament to her ongoing love for the sport, and she remained a respected figure in the cycling community. Jolanda Neff's legacy in mountain biking is firmly cemented as one of the greatest athletes in the sport's history. Her achievements, particularly her multiple World Cup victories and World Championship titles, have set a high standard for future generations of riders. She is widely regarded as a trailblazer for women in the sport, having inspired countless young girls to pursue mountain biking professionally. Her determination, grit, and competitive spirit have made her a role model and a true ambassador for the sport. Beyond her athletic success, Neff is admired for her sportsmanship, humility, and the way she carries herself as a public figure. Whether she was on the podium or in the training grounds, Neff's approach to cycling has always been characterized by dedication, perseverance, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. In the years following her retirement from full-time competition, Jolanda Neff has remained an influential figure in the cycling world, continuing to inspire athletes and promoting the values of hard work and determination. Her legacy continues to shape the future of mountain biking, and she will always be remembered as one of the sport's true icons. Jolanda Neff's journey from a young cycling enthusiast to a world champion and Olympic.
Eileen Geving, born on April 25, 1985, in Minnesota, United States, developed a deep passion for horses at a very young age. Raised in a rural area, Eileen was exposed to animals early on, and it was her natural affinity with horses that soon became evident. Growing up, she was introduced to the world of competitive equestrian sports, particularly eventing, by her family. Her parents, both involved in the equestrian world, encouraged. Her journey into the world of competitive riding started when she was just a child, and her early experiences with horses formed the foundation for her future successes. At the age of 10, Eileen began riding competitively, participating in local pony club activities and quickly making a name for herself in the show jumping and eventing scenes. By her teenage years, she had already gained recognition for her talent, showing a remarkable connection. Eileen's family played a pivotal role in fostering her love for horses and providing her with the necessary resources to pursue her passion. She spent hours training, learning the technicalities of dressage, show jumping, and cross-country, eventually mastering all three disciplines that make up eventing. By her late teens, Eileen had developed into a skilled young rider with ambitions to compete at the highest level of equestrian sports. Eileen Jeeving's rise in the world of equestrian sports was rapid, as she transitioned from local competitions to larger, more prestigious events. After years of hard work and training, she secured a spot on the United States Eventing Association's Young Rider team, marking a significant milestone in her career. This achievement led to her becoming one of the promising young stars in American eventing. In 2004, Eileen made her international debut at the FEI Federation Equestre Internationale competitions, where she began competing against some of the world's top equestrians. Her performances quickly caught the attention of the equestrian community, and she continued to improve steadily. Throughout the early years of her career, Eileen was known for her composed demeanor and determination, both of which served her well in the demanding world of eventing. During this period, Eileen was particularly known for her strength in the cross-country phase, where her speed and agility with her horse were on full display. She developed a reputation for her ability to tackle even the most difficult and complex courses, consistently finishing near the top in her age group. As a result, Eileen earned numerous awards and accolades at national and international competitions, setting the stage for her career's peak. In addition to her success in eventing, Eileen also took part in show jumping competitions, where her precision and confidence were visible as she executed complex courses with a blend of skill and elegance. These early years allowed Eileen to build a foundation that would later support her ambitions of competing in the sport's top-level events. Eileen Jeeving's career peaked as she began competing on the world stage, establishing herself as one of the top American riders in the sport of eventing. Her hard work and dedication to the sport led to significant success, with her performances in major events such as the Burghley Horse Trials, Rolex Kentucky 3-day event, and Fairhill International becoming the highlight of her career. In 2008, Eileen achieved a major milestone by securing a place in the Rolex Kentucky 3-day event, one of the most prestigious events in eventing. Her participation at this event marked her as one of the rising stars in the discipline, and she went on to finish with strong results, solidifying her reputation as an accomplished rider. In the same year, Eileen competed in the Fairhill International in Maryland, where she finished near the top of the leaderboard, further demonstrating her capability on the international scene. Over the years, Eileen continued to rise through the ranks of elite eventers. She became known for her partnership with top-quality horses, including Pride of the Farm and Fernhiljup, both of whom played significant roles in her success. Her careful selection of horses was a key factor in her ability to perform consistently at the highest level. One of the most notable achievements in Eileen's career came when she clinched a top 10 finish in the 2013 Rolex Kentucky 3-day event, one of the 4-star competitions in the eventing calendar. This result was a reflection of her maturity as a rider and her ability to handle high-pressure situations. The victory not only marked a significant achievement for Eileen but also secured her status as one of the top riders in the United States. Eileen's success at Burghley Horse Trials, another prestigious 4-star event, also earned her recognition in the global eventing community. She made a name for herself by competing at some of the most challenging events in the world and consistently delivering strong performances that highlighted her skills and dedication. Throughout her career, Eileen also represented the United States at multiple international competitions, competing for the national team in events such as the Pan American Games and the World Equestrian Games, Her performances in these competitions further solidified her reputation and demonstrated her ability to compete on the world stage. Rolex Kentucky 3-Day Event 2008-2013. Eileen finished in the top 10 at this prestigious event, marking a significant achievement in her career. Fairhill International 2008. Eileen secured a high-ranking finish at this major competition, showcasing her consistency and talent as an event rider. Burghley Horse Trials. Eileen's performances at this four-star event added to her growing list of accolades. As Eileen entered the later stages of her competitive career, she continued to remain competitive in the sport, though her focus began to shift slightly towards a more coaching-oriented role. Over the years, Eileen had gained a wealth of experience that she was eager to share with the next generation of equestrians. She started providing coaching to aspiring riders, helping them develop their skills and techniques in eventing. By the mid-2010s, Eileen's competitive schedule began to ease, as she shifted her focus towards running her own equestrian training business and teaching young riders about the fundamentals of eventing. Her transition from competitor to coach allowed her to stay involved in the sport and contribute to the development of future champions. In 2017, Eileen Geving made a formal decision to step back from competitive riding, ending her career as a professional event rider. Her decision was driven by a combination of factors, including the desire to focus on her business and personal life. However, Eileen's contributions to the world of equestrian sports did not stop there. She remained involved in the equestrian community by mentoring young riders and continuing to compete at a more recreational level. While Eileen's competitive career came to a close, her legacy as one of the most talented and dedicated American riders in eventing remained intact. Through her achievements, her influence, and her mentorship, Eileen Geving has left a lasting impact on the sport of equestrianism. Her story serves as an inspiration to aspiring riders, reminding them of the importance of perseverance, skill, and love for the sport. Today, Eileen Geving is respected as a knowledgeable coach and mentor who has successfully transitioned from elite competition to fostering the development of future stars. Her name is synonymous with dedication, passion, and excellence in the world of equestrian sports, and her legacy will continue to inspire generations of riders to come. Victoria Pendleton was born on September 24, 1980, in Stotfold, Bedfordshire, England. From an early age, Pendleton showed an interest in sports, but it was her passion for cycling that would define her career and make her one of the greatest British athletes of the 21st century. Growing up in a family that encouraged physical activity, Pendleton was introduced to sports at a young age, engaging in everything from gymnastics to athletics. However, it was at the age of 16 when Pendleton's path to professional cycling truly began. She was inspired by watching the 1996 Atlanta Olympics and the success of athletes like Kelly Holmes and Denise Lewis. In her teenage years, Pendleton was introduced to the world of track cycling by a local coach, Colin Sturgis, who recognized her potential. Initially training as a sprinter, Pendleton honed her skills on the velodrome, quickly demonstrating her natural talent and flair for speed. By 1999, at the age of 19, she began competing in local track cycling events, and it was clear that she had the potential to succeed on a much larger stage. Despite facing challenges as a female athlete in a male-dominated sport, Pendleton's determination and focus quickly garnered the attention of the British cycling team. She moved through the ranks and began competing at the national and international levels, where she would soon leave an indelible mark. Pendleton's early cycling career was characterized by a series of rapid successes, each one building on the last. She joined the Great Britain cycling team in 2002, a pivotal moment in her journey. Her breakthrough performance came in 2003, when she won her first national track championship in the Keirin event, a race involving high-speed laps and intricate tactics. This victory marked her entry into the elite ranks of British cycling, and, in 2004, Pendleton made her World Cup debut and immediately showcased her talent by securing several podium finishes. She followed this up with a series of World Championship titles, with her first major international success coming in 2005 when she won silver in the World Track Championships in Los Angeles. This success gave Pendleton a sense of confidence and highlighted her potential to compete against the world's best. By the end of 2006, she had cemented her position as one of the top riders in the world and a future medal contender for the Olympics. Pendleton's rise through the cycling ranks was a testament to her hard work and tenacity. By 2007, she had taken the World Championship title in the Keirin event, cementing her status as one of the best sprinters in the world. She had quickly become the dominant force. Victoria Pendleton's career reached its peak during the 2008 Beijing Olympics. The Games were a turning point for both Pendleton and British cycling, as they represented a breakthrough moment for the country's cycling program. Pendleton delivered a stunning performance in the sprint event, securing the gold medal after a thrilling final against her Australian rival Shanice Red. The victory not only earned Pendleton the title of Olympic champion but also marked her as one of the most prominent female cyclists in the world. Her win in Beijing was an affirmation of the hard work and dedication she had put into her training over the years. Following her Olympic success, Pendleton became a household name in the United Kingdom and internationally. The 2008 Olympics not only secured her place in history, but also set the stage for an extraordinary next few years. She was now widely regarded as the fastest female sprinter on the track, with a formidable presence in every competition she entered. In 2009, Pendleton continued her dominance by winning multiple titles, including her third World Championship gold medal in Copenhagen in the Keirin. Pendleton's success continued throughout the 2010 and 2011 seasons, where she continued to collect World Cup victories and defend her titles. Her battle with other world-class sprinters, such as Anna Meares from Australia, helped elevate Pendleton's career even further, with both women engaging in some of the most exciting and closely contested cycling races of the decade. Their rivalry was legendary, and it pushed both athletes to continually elevate their performances. In the run-up to the 2012 London Olympics, Pendleton was one of the most highly anticipated athletes in the British team. With home crowd support behind her, Pendleton was a favourite for multiple medals, and she did not disappoint. At the 2012 London Olympics, Pendleton once again triumphed in the sprint event, securing her second Olympic gold medal. She also earned a silver in the Keirin event, solidifying her place as one of the most successful track cyclists in Olympic history. Pendleton's achievements in the London Olympics were especially meaningful, as they came in front of a home crowd at the Velodrome, a venue where Pendleton had trained and developed her skills for years. The win marked the pinnacle of her career, as she became one of the most decorated British cyclists of all time, and her victory in the Keirin further confirmed her versatility in sprint events. Throughout her illustrious career, Victoria Pendleton accumulated numerous prestigious titles and accolades, which solidified her as one of the greatest female cyclists of all time. Some of her most notable achievements include two-time Olympic gold medalist 2008, 2012, Pendleton secured her place in history with gold medals in the sprint event in 2008 and again in 2012, making her one of the top track sprinters in the world. Three-time world champion 2005, 2007, 2009, Pendleton's ability to perform at the highest level in world competitions led her to claim 3 world championship titles in the Keirin and sprint disciplines. Multiple World Cup wins. Pendleton dominated the World Cup circuit in both the sprint and Keirin, further enhancing her reputation as a cycling powerhouse. Commonwealth Games gold medalist 2006, 2010, Pendleton won gold in the Keirin and sprint events at the Commonwealth Games in 2006 and 2010, solidifying her place as a champion across multiple major international competitions. National champion, Pendleton won several national track championships throughout her career, underscoring her dominance on home soil. After her success in the 2012 London Olympics, Pendleton's career began to wind down. Despite still being one of the top sprinters in the world, the physical demands of professional cycling, combined with a growing desire to explore new challenges, led Pendleton to announce her retirement in 2013. Her decision to retire was met with a great deal of support and respect from the cycling community, and Pendleton's legacy was cemented as one of the greatest sprinters of all time. Following her retirement, she turned her attention to other pursuits, including television appearances, writing, and advocating for women's cycling. Pendleton also became involved in mentoring and inspiring the next generation of cyclists, particularly young women looking to break into the sport. Pendleton's impact extended beyond her achievements on the track. As one of the most recognized faces in British sport, she became an ambassador for cycling, promoting the sport and advocating for gender equality in athletics. Her contributions to the sport of cycling were widely celebrated, and she became a role model for young athletes. Rhine-Westphalia region of Germany. Raised in a time when Germany was divided into East and West, Wenzel's early life was shaped by his environment, which was marked by competition, athleticism, and the presence of strong sports programs across the country. Growing up in a sporting family, Wenzel was introduced to cycling at a young age. His family recognized his athletic potential early, and it was through local youth clubs that René honed. Wenzel's early cycling career was influenced by the competitive cycling culture prevalent in Germany during the 1970s and 1980s. He was a passionate and disciplined young athlete, participating in local races and gradually gaining recognition for his strength, determination, and natural talent on the bike. As a teenager, Wenzel's performances began to improve steadily, which helped him make the transition from amateur competitions to professional cycling. At 17, Wenzel joined the prestigious German national cycling team in 1978, marking the start of his international career. His early years as a competitive cyclist were spent honing his endurance, strength, and tactical awareness, key qualities that would later define his success on the professional circuit. Wenzel's transition into professional cycling came in the early 1980s, where he quickly made a name for himself as a rider to watch. He joined the ranks of professional cycling teams and began competing in some of the most challenging and prestigious races in Europe, including events like the Tour de France, Vuelta a España, and the Giro d'Italia. His early results in the Tour de France were strong, and his versatility across different terrains made him a valued asset for his teams. In 1984, René Wenzel's career reached a significant milestone when he began to achieve more consistent success in one-day races, especially classic races. His strength in sprint finish and ability to perform well in time trials and short stages set him apart from many of his contemporaries. Wenzel was a formidable presence in cyclocross races, where his skills in handling the bike on varying and challenging terrain were tested to the maximum. In his early professional years, Wenzel was known for his resilience and his tactical acumen during breakaways, making him a formidable competitor. His ability to position himself well in both flat and hilly races helped him build a reputation as a reliable and strong all-rounder. He achieved considerable success in German national competitions, setting the stage for a burgeoning international career. The height of René Wenzel's career came in the mid-1980s when he began to assert his dominance in both European and international cycling. One of the defining moments of his career came in 1985, when he secured a second-place finish in the World Road Race Championship, held in Italy. This was a key achievement for Wenzel, as it marked his emergence as one of the top contenders in world cycling. His close battle with the eventual Wenzel's consistency during the Tour de France also became a hallmark of his career. He continued to participate in this prestigious race throughout his career, finishing in competitive positions, including multiple top 10 finishes. While Wenzel never won the general classification in the Tour de France, his performances in individual stages and his contributions to team efforts earned him respect among his peers. The 1980s also saw Wenzel achieving podium finish in Paris-Roubaix, Flèche-Wallonne, and other prestigious one-day races, solidifying his reputation as a versatile cyclist. His strong performance in time trials allowed him to excel in many stage races, earning valuable seconds over his competitors. Wenzel's ability to recover from difficult stages, maintain focus, and persevere in grueling race conditions helped him continue to perform at an elite level for many years. Wenzel's sprinting abilities were particularly notable during the peak of his career, as he managed to secure numerous stage wins and finish in the top 10 across major tour and races. His versatility and speed also led him to be a key player in team strategy, where his tactical skills often led his team to stage victories. Throughout his career, René Wenzel earned numerous accolades and achievements that helped him cement his legacy as one of Germany's greatest cyclists. Some of his most notable accomplishments include World Road Race Championship 1985. Wenzel's second-place finish in the 1985 World Championship in Italy was one of the defining achievements of his career, and it marked his rise as one of the sport's top riders. Tour de France. Wenzel participated in the Tour de France multiple times throughout his career, securing multiple top 10 finishes in various stages and earning respect for his ability to perform consistently across the challenging French terrain. Paris-Roubaix 1985. Known for its grueling cobbled roads, Paris-Roubaix was one of the classic one-day races where Wenzel excelled. His performance in this race helped solidify his reputation as a top one-day rider. Vuelta a Esparza 1986. Wenzel's competitive spirit was evident in the Vuelta a Esparza, where he consistently placed in the top stages and demonstrated his strong endurance on challenging terrains. German National Championships. Wenzel enjoyed success in his home country, winning the German National Road Race Championship in 1985, which added to his prominence in the national cycling scene. Flèche-Wallonne 1984. Another major achievement was his performance in Flèche-Wallonne, a key race in Belgium, where Wenzel consistently finished in strong positions and earned podium finish, showcasing his strength in the Ardennes Classics. Giro d'Italia. While Wenzel didn't win the overall Giro d'Italia, he claimed stage victories and finished in competitive positions in the general classification, further cementing his place as one of the top cyclists of his era. As with many professional athletes, René Wenzel's cycling career inevitably began to slow down in the early 1990s. After a decade of competing at the highest level, Wenzel faced challenges with the increasing competition and the toll that years of racing had taken on his body. However, despite these challenges, Wenzel remained a consistent performer, participating in various races and contributing to his team's successes. Wenzel's final years as a professional cyclist were marked by a gradual decline in his results, but he still remained a respected figure in the peloton. After retiring from competitive cycling in the mid-1990s, Wenzel transitioned into a role as a coach and mentor for aspiring cyclists. His experience in professional racing made him a valuable asset for the development of young talent, and he continued to contribute to the cycling community in a different capacity. Following his retirement from professional racing, Wenzel became involved in cycling events and exhibitions, attending various functions and promoting the sport he loved. He also took part in charity events, maintaining a connection with the cycling world and helping raise awareness for various causes. Wenzel's contributions to cycling didn't end with his retirement. He continued to inspire future generations of cyclists, particularly in his native Germany, where he was viewed as a role. Manuel Fumek was born on August 3, 1982, in Neu-Ulm, a city in southern Germany. From a young age, Fumek was drawn to outdoor activities and sports. Growing up in the heart of the Swabian Alps, surrounded by a beautiful, rugged landscape, it was almost inevitable that he would take an interest in cycling. His initial foray into sports was through soccer, but it wasn't long before he shifted his focus to cycling, particularly mountain biking, where he discovered a profound passion. Fumek's introduction to mountain biking began during his teenage years when he started riding recreationally in the hills around his hometown. His natural athleticism quickly came to the fore, and he began to develop his skills in the sport. Recognizing his talent, Fumek transitioned from casual cycling to competitive racing, initially participating in local and regional races. At just 16 years old, Fumek entered the German National Mountain Bike Championships in the cross-country discipline. Though a newcomer, his performance hinted at his potential to make a significant impact in the sport. Despite his young age, Fumek showed promise in cross-country events, particularly excelling in the technical aspects of mountain biking. The technical nature of the sport, combined with the physical endurance required, appealed to Fumek's skill set. This early exposure too. By the time he was in his late teens, Fumek's performances in regional competitions had earned him the attention of sponsors and cycling teams, propelling him into the international scene. As he developed his technique, Fumek began to focus on improving his endurance and climbing ability to critical attributes for success in cross-country events. His commitment to both physical and mental preparation set him on a path to becoming one. Fumek's breakthrough moment came in the 2000s, when he began competing in the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup. His first appearance in the World Cup Series in 2003 marked the beginning of a successful international career. The World Cup is the premier circuit for mountain biking, and Fumek quickly established himself as a competitor capable of challenging the best in the world. During the early years of his international career, Fumek faced stiff competition from experienced riders, but his technical prowess and steady improvement in fitness allowed him to consistently place well in races. His career trajectory took a major upward swing in 2005, when he finished in the top 10 at the UCI World Championships, an accomplishment that solidified his reputation on the global stage. This success also allowed him to gain the confidence and motivation needed to continue pushing the limits of his abilities. One of the defining characteristics of Fumic's riding style was his tactical approach. He was known for his exceptional ability to navigate technical courses with finesse, combined with a solid understanding of race strategies. This made him a consistent podium finisher in several prestigious competitions. In 2006, Fumic secured his first World Cup podium finish, moment that marked the official arrival of a new star in mountain biking. Over the following years, he would continue to notch impressive results, earning a reputation for his endurance, agility, and ability to perform under pressure. Fumic's career reached its peak in the 2010s, when he established himself as one of the top riders in the cross-country XCO discipline. He achieved career-best results in the UCI World Cup, where he often finished in the top ranks, including several top 5 finishes. His 2014 season was particularly notable, as he secured his first World Cup win in Mont Saint-Anne, Canada, marking a pinnacle in his career. This victory was a testament to his skills, determination, and consistency as a competitor. Another milestone in Fumic's career came in 2016, when he earned a silver medal at the UCI Mountain Bike World Championships in La Bresse, France. This podium finish further confirmed his status as one of the world's best mountain bikers and a key figure in international cross-country racing. Fumic's combination of technique, endurance, and tactical intelligence enabled him to compete with the elite athletes in the sport for over a decade. Throughout his career, Manuel Fumic's list of achievements is a reflection of his remarkable consistency and skill. Among his numerous successes, the following stand out as key accomplishments. World Cup podium finish. Fumic regularly finished on the podium in the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup, with multiple top 5 finishes throughout his career, including his first ever World Cup win in 2014. World Championship success. In 2016, Fumic claimed silver in the UCI World Championships in La Bresse, establishing himself as a force to be reckoned with at the highest level of mountain biking. Multiple top 10 finishes in World Cup races. Fumic was known for his consistent finish, often placing within the top 10 in World Cup events across his career, a testament to his relentless competitiveness and consistency. German national champion. Fumic also excelled in his home country, claiming several German national championship titles and further solidifying his legacy in German cycling history. Olympic appearances. Fumic represented Germany in the 2012 London Olympics and 2016 Rio Olympics, competing against the world's best riders in the most prestigious sporting event on the planet. Endurance and technical mastery. Fumic's ability to excel in challenging, technical courses made him a standout rider. His fitness and ability to maintain top performances in the most demanding conditions were key components of his success. Fumic's career has been marked by his dedication to the sport and his resilience in the face of challenges. His longevity in the sport, despite competing against younger and faster. As Fumic entered the later years of his career, he continued to race at a high level. Despite the emergence of a new generation of mountain bikers, he remained a formidable presence on the international circuit. In his final years of competitive racing, Fumic focused on the UCI World Cup, European Championships, and major international events. While his podium finish became less frequent, he continued to contribute to the sport with his vast. In 2021, after a long and successful career, Fumic announced that he would be retiring from professional mountain biking. However, his retirement from competitive racing did not mean he was stepping away from the sport entirely. Fumic remained deeply involved in mountain biking, mentoring young riders and promoting the sport. David Valero was born on August 18, 1989, in La Zubia, a municipality located in the province of Granada, Spain. Surrounded by the picturesque mountains and hills of southern Spain, Valero's early life was shaped by the natural beauty of the region. From a young age, he developed a deep love for outdoor activities and sports, particularly those that allowed him to connect with nature. Although his first love was soccer, he quickly discovered his passion for cycling and soon turned to mountain biking, which would shape the trajectory of his athletic career. Valero's introduction to mountain biking came during his teenage years when he began to take part in local cycling events. His connection to the sport was instant, as he felt the thrill and freedom that only off-road cycling could provide. The varied terrain of southern Spain offered the perfect setting for Valero to hone his skills, and he soon progressed from recreational riding to competitive racing. His dedication and natural talent in mountain biking became apparent early on, and by the age of 18, he began participating in more serious competitions. Valero's rise through the ranks of Spanish mountain biking was swift. His determination to improve and his drive to compete at the highest level led him to dedicate himself fully to the sport. He trained relentlessly, constantly pushing his limits and striving to better his performances. As he gained experience and learned the intricacies of the sport, Valero's reputation grew, and he quickly became a force to be reckoned with in Spanish mountain. David Valero's rise to international prominence began in 2014, when he made his debut in the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup, the premier series for professional mountain biking. Although he was initially a newcomer to the top-level competition, Valero's natural talent and tactical abilities on the trails quickly caught the attention of fans and fellow riders. He showcased his resilience and determination, earning his first World Cup points and beginning to make a name for himself on the international stage. The breakthrough year for Valero came in 2016, when he made an impressive leap in performance, finishing among the top riders at several prestigious competitions. His aggressive riding style, ability to handle difficult terrain, and strategic approach to racing allowed him to finish consistently well in international events. In particular, Valero's performance at the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup helped solidify his place as one of the top riders in the sport. He had established himself as a rider to watch, known for his tactical intelligence, endurance, and impressive climbing ability, essential skills for success in cross-country racing. As Valero's career progressed, he continued to achieve strong results in both European and World Cup competitions. His consistency was evident as he frequently finished on the podium in major events, establishing himself as one of the most reliable and skilled riders in the sport. Throughout this period, Valero became known for his tactical approach to races, his focus on maintaining a steady pace, and his ability to excel in demanding conditions. His growing success in World Cup events and championships eventually led to him becoming one of Spain's top mountain bikers. In 2018, Valero reached a career milestone with a top 10 finish at the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup, further demonstrating his potential as a top-level competitor. He had evolved from a promising up-and-comer to a seasoned contender capable of challenging the sport's best riders. The year marked a turning point, as Valero began to seriously contend for major. David Valero's career has been marked by consistency, determination, and remarkable achievements in mountain biking. Over the years, Valero has become a fixture in elite cross-country racing, regularly finishing in the top ranks of both domestic and international competitions. Some of his key achievements include 2015, gaining recognition in UCI World Cup events and beginning to make his mark on the international stage. 2016, securing multiple top 10 finishes at World Cup races and continuing to prove his skills in competitive cross-country events. 2017, establishing himself as a leading figure in Spanish mountain biking by earning a top 10 finish at the UCI World Cup and becoming a consistent contender on the international scene. 2018, claiming a silver medal at the UCI World Cup in Valladolid, Andorra, in the cross-country Olympic XCO event. This podium finish signaled his readiness to challenge for the world's top honors. 2019, continuing his strong performances with multiple podium finish in UCI World Cup races, maintaining his position among the elite riders. 2020, making history by securing a podium finish in the UCI World Championships, further cementing his place as one of the world's best riders. 2021, representing Spain at the Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics, where he earned a top 10 finish in the mountain biking event, an accomplishment that was a testament to his enduring excellence. In addition to these remarkable results, Valero has also earned multiple podium finishes at Spanish national championships, further solidifying his reputation as the premier mountain biker in his home country. His versatility in different types of terrain, from steep climbs to technical descents, has allowed him to thrive in various race conditions, which is one of the key reasons for his continued success in the sport. Valero's performances in European Championships and World Cup events have made him one of Spain's most successful cross-country mountain bikers. His consistency in top-tier competitions, coupled with his ability to maintain his physical and mental strength over long seasons, has earned him a reputation as one of the sport's most reliable riders. As Valero entered the later stages of his career, he continued to perform at a high level, participating in international events and representing Spain in major competitions. Although he faced stiff competition from emerging riders, Valero's experience, adaptability, and unwavering commitment to his training kept him among the top competitors in the sport. His presence on the World Cup circuit remained a powerful testament to his enduring skill and drive. In 2021, Valero's participation in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics was a highlight of his career, showcasing his continued relevance in the sport and his status as one of the world's best mountain bikers. Although he did not secure a medal, his top 10 finish was a reflection of his consistency and professionalism at the highest level. He took the opportunity to share his experiences and insights with the younger generation, becoming a mentor. Despite his success on the global stage, Valero's journey was not always free from challenges. He had to contend with injuries and setbacks that temporarily hindered his progress. However, his resilience, positive attitude, and dedication to improving his craft ensured that he would always find a way back to the top. He became known not only for his skill on the trails but also for his sportsmanship and the respect he earned from fellow competitors. As of 2023, Valero remains involved in the sport, participating in select competitions and sharing his knowledge with the next generation. His legacy in Spanish mountain biking is firmly established, and he continues to inspire young riders to pursue excellence in the sport. David Valero's career is a testament to the power of perseverance, hard work, and the relentless. Francesco Moser was born on June 19, 1951, in Palo di Giovo, a small village in the province of Trentino Alto Adige, northern Italy. Raised in a family with a deep love for cycling, Moser's early exposure to the sport was inevitable. His father, also an avid cyclist, and his brothers were passionate about two-wheeled racing, and it was in this environment that Francesco developed a fascination with the sport. As a child, Moser was highly active and began riding bicycles at an early age, initially participating in local races in his home region. His competitive nature was clear from the outset, and his growing talent quickly caught the attention of local cycling clubs. Moser's athletic potential began to emerge during his teenage years, and by the age of 18, he was competing in his first serious races. His determination to succeed and his innate cycling abilities set him apart from his peers. Moser's early years were spent racing at the amateur level, where he began to gain recognition for his strength and endurance, especially in the mountainous terrains of Italy. His strong climbing skills and ability to perform in one-day races helped lay the foundation for his future success as a professional cyclist. In 1974, Francesco Moser turned professional and joined the Santex team, marking the beginning of his long and illustrious career in professional cycling. His early years as a professional rider saw him competing in a variety of race formats, from one-day classics to stage races. Moser's climbing abilities and strength on the flat allowed him to excel in many different disciplines, making him one of the most versatile riders of his generation. Moser's breakthrough into the international spotlight came in 1975, when he won Milan-San Remo, one of the most prestigious one-day races in cycling. This victory was a major achievement for Moser and established him as a formidable presence in European cycling. It was the first of many victories in his career, signaling the start of his dominance in both Italian and international cycling events. His ability to perform consistently at a high level made him a key figure in the pelotón. In the late 1970s, Moser continued to build upon his success, participating in the major European Grand Tour, such as the Tour de France and Giro d'Italia. Though his results in the Grand Tour were respectable, it was in the one-day classics and time trials where Moser truly began to shine. His performances in these events, where power and endurance were key, showcased his true potential as a world-class athlete. The pinnacle of Francesco Moser's career came in the early 1980s when he achieved dominance in the world of professional cycling. His breakthrough year was 1984, when he made his mark in several of the sport's most prestigious events. In that year, Moser achieved an incredible feat by winning the Paris-Roubaix, one of the hardest and most iconic one-day races in cycling. This victory was significant not only for its difficulty but also for In the same year, Moser also claimed victory in Liège-Bastogne-Liège, one of the 5 monuments of cycling. His ability to win both Paris-Roubaix and Liège-Bastogne-Liège in the same season cemented his reputation as a versatile and formidable one-day rider. Moser was known for his powerful sprinting, aggressive tactics, and exceptional physical endurance, all of which contributed to his success in these grueling races. In 1984, Moser also set a world hour record, an achievement that became one of the defining moments of his career. He broke the previous record held by Eddy Merckx, one of the most legendary cyclists in history, by riding 51.151 kilometers in 1 hour at the Velodromo Vigorelli in Milan. Moser's accomplishment was remarkable, and the world hour record became one of the most prestigious feats in cycling. His achievement in this discipline, during the peak of his career, Moser continued to excel in Giro d'Italia, where he won multiple stages and finished on the podium in the general classification. His reputation as a leader in stage races was growing, as his strength in the mountains, time trials, and one-day classics made him a threat across all areas of racing. Moser's aggressive riding style, often taking the initiative in races and creating breaks, endeared him to fans and made him a household name. Francesco Moser's career is marked by a series of remarkable victories, many of which have placed him among the elite cyclists of all time. Some of his most notable achievements include World Hour Record 1984. Moser's legendary World Hour record of 51.151 kilometers set in 1984 became one of the defining moments of his career. This achievement marked him as one of the best time trialists in cycling history. Paris-Roubaix 1984. Moser won the Paris-Roubaix, one of cycling's most prestigious and challenging one-day races. In 1984, the victory earned him the reputation of being one of the best classic riders in history. Liège-Bastogne-Liège 1984. Another monumental victory for Moser came in 1984 when he triumphed in the Liège-Bastogne-Liège, one of the monuments of cycling, cementing his status as a top one-day rider. Giro d'Italia. Moser had great success in the Giro d'Italia, with multiple stage victories and several podium finishes in the general classification. His time-trialing abilities made him a contender for the overall title, and his success in the Italian Grand Tour helped elevate his career. Milan-San Remo 1975. Moser won Milan-San Remo, the first of his career-defining victories. This victory laid the foundation for his future success in one-day races and Italian national championships. Moser was successful in his home country as well, winning the Italian National Road Race Championship twice in 1977 and 1978, underlining his status as one of Italy's finest cyclists. Tour de France. Although Moser never won the Tour de France, he finished high in the rankings several times and took multiple stage victories. His time-trialing prowess made him a strong contender in the general classification. After a series of outstanding victories, Francesco Moser began to experience the physical toll of his long and demanding career in the mid-1980s. By the late 1980s, he faced increasing competition from younger cyclists, and his performances began to plateau. However, he continued to participate in the sport for several more years, competing at a high level and maintaining a presence in many international events. In 1988, Moser retired from professional cycling, having achieved a stellar career filled with victories and accolades. He remained involved in the sport post-retirement, taking on various roles, including team management and mentorship for up-and-coming cyclists. His reputation as a cycling legend only grew in retirement, with many in the cycling world acknowledging his immense contribution to the sport. Following his retirement, Moser took part in numerous cycling-related events, charity rides, and special commemorations of his achievements. He also made occasional appearances at races, further solidifying his iconic status within the cycling community. In the years following his retirement, Moser also became a successful businessman, particularly in the cycling industry, where he made contributions to developing cycling equipment and promoting the sport. Anna Meares, born on September 21, 1983, in Rockhampton, Queensland, Australia, is widely regarded as one of the greatest track cyclists in the history of the sport. Raised in a family with a passion for sports, Anna was exposed to a variety of athletic pursuits from an early age. However, it was cycling that would come to define her career and shape her legacy. Growing up in Blackwater, Queensland, Anna's journey to cycling greatness began with a natural athletic ability and a competitive spirit. Her early years were marked by a love of sports, including gymnastics, basketball, and swimming. However, it wasn't until her late teens that Anna discovered her true calling in cycling. Inspired by her sister Kylie, who was also a competitive cyclist, Anna began to pursue the sport with dedication and enthusiasm. It was clear that Anna possessed raw talent, and her commitment to improving would soon propel her to success. At the age of 16, Anna began serious training in track cycling, focusing primarily on sprinting. Initially, her interest in cycling was fueled by the desire to follow in her sister's footsteps, but as she honed her skills and demonstrated an aptitude for speed, it became evident that Anna was destined for greatness. She joined the Queensland Academy of Sport, where she began working with experienced coaches who would help shape her career. Anna's early years in cycling were marked by intense training and rapid improvement. Her dedication to mastering the technical aspects of sprint cycling laid the foundation for what would become a decorated career. Her first breakthrough came in 2001, when she won a national title in the 500-meter time trial, signaling the beginning of her rise to prominence in Australian cycling. Anna Meares' breakthrough moment came on the international stage in 2002, when she competed in her first UCI Track Cycling World Championships in Antwerp, Belgium. At just 18 years old, she surprised the cycling world by claiming bronze in the 500-meter time trial event, a feat that showcased her potential and talent. This success marked the beginning of Anna's climb to the top of the sport, and it set the stage for even greater achievements in the coming years. The following years saw Anna Meares' career soar as she became a dominant force in international cycling. Her rise to prominence culminated in a remarkable peak during the 2004 Athens Olympics, where she won the gold medal in the 200-meter sprint event. This victory was a breakthrough moment for Anna, as she became Australia's first female Olympic sprint champion. Her victory was not only a personal achievement but also an important milestone for Australian cycling, as it signified the country's emergence as a powerhouse in the sport. The 2004 Athens Olympics proved to be a turning point in Anna's career, as she continued to collect accolades at the UCI Track Cycling World Championships and other prestigious events. She quickly became known for her fearsome speed, tactical acumen, and mental resilience, qualities that made her a formidable competitor in both individual events and team sprints. Her victories in the 200-meter sprint and 500-meter time trial events became emblematic of her dominance in sprint cycling. In addition to her Olympic gold medal, Anna's success at the World Championships continued to build her legacy. Over the years, she claimed numerous World Championship titles in both the 500-meter time trial and sprint events, solidifying her status as one of the best sprinters in the world. Her rivalry with other sprinting legends, particularly Christina Vogel of Germany, further fueled her competitive fire and contributed to the excitement of the sport. Her peak continued through the 2008 Beijing Olympics, where Anna won silver in the sprint event. Although she had been favored to defend her Olympic title, she faced stiff competition from Victoria Pendleton of Great Britain, who ultimately claimed gold. Despite falling short of defending her title, Anna's silver medal in Beijing confirmed her position as one of the top cyclists of her era. One of Anna's defining moments came in the 2012 London Olympics, where she achieved a spectacular redemption. After her silver in Beijing, Anna returned with unwavering determination to reclaim her place at the top. She did just that, winning the gold medal in the Keirin, an event that requires both speed and tactical intelligence. This victory was not only a testament to her resilience and perseverance, but also solidified her place in Australian sports history. Key achievements: 2004 Athens Olympics, gold medal in the 200-meter sprint. 2008 Beijing Olympics, silver medal in the sprint event. 2012 London Olympics, gold medal in the Keirin event. By the time Anna reached her 30s, she had already cemented her legacy as one of the greatest track cyclists of all time. Throughout her career, Anna was celebrated for her speed, tactical intelligence, and ability to thrive under pressure. Her rivalries with athletes like Victoria Pendleton, Christina Vogel, and Xuan Guo added to the excitement and allure of track cycling, as fans eagerly anticipated their clashes at each major event. Anna Mears's final years as a competitive cyclist were marked by continued success, as she maintained her position as a leading figure in the sport despite facing stiff competition. In the years following her Olympic triumphs, Anna continued to perform at a high level, competing in various international events and maintaining her position at the forefront of cycling. However, as the years passed, Anna's focus began to shift. In 2016, after competing in her fourth consecutive Olympic Games at the Rio Olympics, Anna announced that she would retire from competitive cycling. The Rio Games were a bittersweet moment for Anna, as she finished sixth in the sprint event, a result that marked the end of an era for one of the sport's most accomplished athletes. Although she did not win a medal in Rio, her journey in the sport had already been more than successful, and she walked away from the sport with her head held high. After retiring from competitive cycling, Anna shifted her focus to new endeavors, including public speaking, mentoring, and cycling advocacy. She became an advocate for women's sports, pushing for greater recognition of female athletes in Australia and beyond. Anna also worked with the Australian Sports Commission to promote cycling at the grassroots level, encouraging young women to get involved in the sport. Anna Mears's legacy continues to live on through her work as a mentor and advocate for athletes, as well as her continued involvement in cycling. Her impact on the sport of track cycling is undeniable, and her contributions to Australian sports will never be forgotten. She is remembered not only for her incredible performances on the track, but also for her determination, resilience, and sportsmanship, qualities that have inspired countless athletes around the world. Since retiring, Anna Mears has remained a prominent figure in the cycling community, offering her expertise and insights as a commentator and sports ambassador. Her accomplishments continue to inspire young athletes in Australia and across the globe, and her role in the promotion of cycling remains significant. Anna's legacy as one of the greatest female athletes in Australian history is solidified by her multiple Olympic medals, World Championships, and Commonwealth Games titles. Her journey, marked by resilience and determination, showcases the power of sport to overcome adversity and push boundaries. She remains an icon in the world of track cycling and a role model for future generations of athletes.